All right, so welcome everyone. This is our mobility and flexibility class. This is our more chill class of the week. This is where we're going to be stretching. We could focus on muscle groups and joints that are a little bit tender, sore, ache a little bit. So if you have a muscle group that you like to spend a little bit more time on, feel free to go on the chat and just mention shoulder or hip or back or whatever it is. And just go ahead and comments so I could, have an idea of where to focus a little bit more. Otherwise, we'll do a full body kind of like stretch. We'll be on the chair, we'll be standing up, and then we'll finish off on the floor with our floor exercises. So, yeah, so cool. Let's go ahead and get started. So, gently right here, we're just going to start looking left to right, not doing too much. Canvas is up. So should be up since you're all here, and that's where the Zoom link is. For anyone recording, watching the recordings, it should be up hopefully by noon. Takes about an hour sometimes for the recording to kind of finalize and be ready to upload. Up and down. And I think the last video I managed to, I don't know, I haven't seen it yet, but I think I also uploaded like a subtitle transcript on it. So if anyone wants to watch the video but like on mute, my voice just irritates you, you could mute it and just read. But yeah, or if anyone has any special hearing needs, and need more of a visual, then that's what that's there for. So next circles. So yeah, I had got called in for jury duty on Monday night. So I had to go yesterday. And yeah, sure enough, it was a long day. Kept us there until about 3:30. Around 9:30 to 3:30. Uh, Fortunately, I was part of group B. I guess switch with directions. So group A had been there on Monday, and they were finishing off picking jurors for the civil lawsuit. But anyways, they did the selection, and Group B didn't have to continue with the process because they had picked their 12 jurors. But we were told to go back and continue to check in. But I think we should be good for the rest of the week. So yeah. So let's go ahead right here. Just relax. We're going to turn left, and then we're going to add a little bit of pressure on our chin just so we get a little bit more rotation on our neck, just a little bit more stretch. So turn left. Once you can't go anymore, just grab your chin or push your chin a little bit more and just hold. Turn right in. And again, push on your chin. Give me 1 second. Be right back. Sorry about that. All right, so let's go ahead and sit on our left hand. Bring the right hand over. Oop.
I'm just gonna follow you around awkwardly. I'm so sorry. I just want to get some more, more beauty.
Give me 1 second. Switch. Or we had pest control and landlord didn't mention it, so that's someone's trying to break in right now. All right, put it right here. All right, so let's go ahead and with both hands just behind your head and then gently chin down and just pull back. Don't rotate your back or slouch your back, just it should just be your hands pulling on your head. Just looking up, a little bit of pressure below your chin, just pushing up towards the sky. Good. All righty, so now we're gonna transition to the upper back and shoulders. Okay, so we're gonna rotate here. Just gonna do our turtle head stretch. So this one, remember, just keep your torso fixed. We don't want to rotate it or move back and forth. We're fixed here, and then your chin, your head comes forward, and back, forward. We just really want to try to get every range of motion for every joint. Try to reach a little bit further. The more you do it, the more range of motion you should be able to get. Good. All right, now shoulder circles. So drop your hands down, and we're just gonna go up, forward, down, back. We'll do about 10 of these circles. Jan's cat's right in front of the camera. If you guys could see Jan's cat, that's kind of cute. Oh, he's got something. All right, now let's go in reverse. So up, back, down, forward. Very good. All right, and then we're just gonna continue with our upper body back stretches here. So this Snow Angels. So just seated here. I'll just come out. And yeah, so since I was out and about from 6 a.m. until about 8 p.m. yesterday, most of my meals were out on the road, and I tried to be as healthy as I could. Um, but when you come across a good restaurant or options, you gotta try. So for breakfast, I did pretty well. I did they had this cafeteria at the courthouse, but I opted to go with like a um just like a protein shake. They had some options, and then a large fruit salad, which is actually really good. And fruit salads, I feel like they're overpriced at the supermarket sometimes. So I was pretty pleased with what I got at the cafeteria for that. So yeah, so that was my breakfast. And then now we're gonna go ahead and then just reach up towards the ceiling, just push, just hold. But for lunch, the judge was like, all right, you guys have options. You have a 90-minute lunch. You could go to Olvera Street, which I've been to, but kind of just limited to Mexican food. And I eat plenty of that already. And then let's lean right. Just like if you walk a little bit, you could go to Grand Central Market in downtown LA. So I was like, oh yeah, like I've been there. I think the last time I went was like 5, 6 years ago. So I went there, and of course it's a, you know, ton of options, at least 30 different restaurants in this small little area. And and yeah, I just went on Yelp, see what would look good, and went with the one of the higher rating restaurants, which so left side now, and ended up being this sandwich, like a sub sandwich restaurant. And yeah, I got this massive sandwich, and it filled me and kept me full until I got home. But really good. But has anyone gone out there to the Grand Central Market in LA? Pretty good stuff. All right, let's go ahead and then just relax your shoulders a little bit. So we'll do some arms, and then we'll come back to the shoulders. Sometimes you get a full workout just by stretching the shoulders. So hands at your side, palms facing the camera, and then just opposite shoulder tap. Yeah, the worst part of it all yesterday was really just the drive home. It took me about 90 minutes to get home from downtown LA. Very good. All right, so let's bring our elbow up. We're gonna do some elbow rotation here. So just drop that wrist down and up. I still got my steps. I think I put in about 12,000 steps yesterday, maybe 13,000. And part of that had to do that the parking structure for the courthouse was about maybe a little bit over half a mile away. So I had to park at the Disney Concert Hall parking lot and then walk down about 0.6 miles. And then you had to walk for lunch and walk back. So switch. At first, I was a little bit bummed that I wasn't going to get my workout in for the day. But then I got, I usually get 12 miles, 12,000, 13,000 steps in my day when I run 4 or 5 miles on those days. So I guess I walk quite a bit. So I guess I still worked out yesterday. Very good. All right, palms up and then just down and just extending and shortening the tricep muscle, working that elbow joint. So if you're in my Monday class, remember that Monday is a holiday. So we're already second week of school and we have a day off. So um, this class shouldn't be, since it's smack middle of the week, we shouldn't have any holidays on any Wednesday. I don't think we have any holidays on a Wednesday unless 4th of July lands on a Wednesday. Um, okay, so let's go ahead and do our shoulder press motion. So we'll do kind of like a narrow motion instead of going out here. Let's keep our fists, our elbows in, and let's go up and down. And try to extend as high as you can with your hands. Yeah. Okay. Similar to what we're doing up here, but now we're going to keep it a little bit lower. So elbow at your side, just a forearm door opener. Do 10 on each side. So we'll switch now. So here, switch. Okay. All right, elbows up. And just go as far wide as you can. Bring them close. Wide. Wide. Very good. All right. Do our cat scratching pose here. So try to sit back as far back on your chair. Hands up. Keep your back straight. Reach for the top and bring it down and pull back. And reach, top, bottom, and pull back. Continue. Good. Good. Four. Doing 10 of these. Mhm. Awesome. Right. Try to sit towards the front of your chair so you have more room under right below your glutes. So we're sitting here and then just a hip opener. So bring that right leg to your side without turning your torso. And just add a little bit of pressure on that knee so it doesn't collapse down. I'm going to keep it up. Torso's nice and upright. switch. So bring that knee in, rotate that left knee out, and apply pressure on that left knee. All right. Okay, let's go ahead and put our right ankle on that left knee. One of my favorite stretches. Performance stretch here. Yeah, so as soon as I think it was January 1st, a lot of state parks and campsites opened up throughout the state. And I ended up reserving same campground twice this year. So my family and I will go camping in Montaña de Oro State Park in by Los Osos, which is by San Luis Obispo. Let's push down slightly. So we'll be out there, I think in mid to late March. And then also the first weekend of June. So I'm pretty excited to bring that knee up. It's feel a little bit selfish because it is my favorite trails are there in Montaña de Oro. And there's this area of that park that's called it's called Point Buchon trails, and oh man, it's beautiful. I wish I could camp there, but I don't think you can. So anyways, maybe I'll sneak out there and try to run at night because I've always like dreamed about this place. It's just, nice trails on a slope, kind of like cliffside. And I think it would look amazing like under a full moon. So I'm hoping there's a full moon during that time. I'll probably do a night run out there at some point. So let's switch. And so yeah, it'll probably be a little bit colder in March, and then in June it should be perfect. Yeah, I'm excited for that. So every time I look up those campgrounds, they're full. You can't go because they're just full. And just let me check this website, see if it's available. And sure enough, I don't think people were reserving yet. So I'll probably try to do that every year. Has anyone been out there before? It's kind of like out of the way, but it's beautiful. Okay, no worries, no worries.
Julio, where is it again?
So San Luis Obispo, so it's pretty much tucked in just south of
Now, what's the name of it?
Montaña de Oro. Gold.
Oh, gosh. Oh, my. Oh, yes. About 30 or 40 years ago, I spent a magnificent time there. Yeah.
It's I just remember the first time I went there, I went to a running camp in Cal Poly, San Luis Obispo, and they took us there for like a 12-mile run. And it was very foggy and misty, and you couldn't see much, but it was a narrow trail and you're just running and like curving. And I thought it was really pretty. Let's recline. So sit towards the front of your chair, recline back, bring your knee towards you, and then just extend. So yeah, and then we ran our 6 miles out, and then we started running back. And when we ran back from the canyon, all the mist and fog cleared out. And I was just like, what? Like, we've been running here this whole time, but you couldn't see anything. I was like, oh my God, it's gorgeous out here. And I don't think I went back there for that was about 20 years ago. So I don't think I went back there for another 10 or 12 years. And I would purposely schedule the switch, a cross country meet that Cuesta College in San Luis Obispo would host. And it wasn't a great meet, but I would just, again, for my own selfish reasons, schedule it so we could stay the night because it is about 4 hours away. So you could stay the night there, and then the next morning we would do our long run on those trails. But it's gorgeous out there, and I don't know, there's times and where I felt burnt out. It's September, October, and I'm just over the season or just how the year's going. Um, and then let's go ahead. So we did our extensions. Now we sit here, recline, and then just a leg press motion. So yeah, and then I just feel like, you know, having something that you love so much or appreciate or get excited to go to, just kind of like refuels those batteries. So I'm kind of excited that we have 2 trips there. So I think we're staying the campsite there, Switch. It's right outside the gates of the park. So there's a little cove there. I think it's called Spooner's Cove. But that's we'll have a little beach, nice little, almost like a private beach, just about 400 yards from our campsite. And this is like an actual beach, not like the freezing waters we had in Kern River last summer. I like Kern River, it's nice, but like I mean when you kind of pair up camping with your favorite trails of all time, like I don't think you could beat that. So I know this isn't a balance class, but I think balance is important to incorporate. So we are gonna include our standing squats from chair. So we'll do our regular, so no hands, just stand up and come back down. Up. And we'll do 10 of these. Try not to rock too much, so I don't want to see too much of this going on. Okay, just try to use your legs. Straight up, straight down. Up. Okay, if you feel like that's a little bit on the weak side, you could just widen your stance a little bit more. And that's going to activate your hamstrings a little bit more. So that actually might be a little bit easier when you're considering standing. And again, this would be a scenario if you broke your arm, if you have a hurt wrist or tight wrist or something's going on where you usually use your hands. Let's go ahead and do single leg now. Remember, for single leg, there's 2 variations. There's straight up, just single leg, and stand up. That's really challenging. Haven't done those in a while. Or you could just extend the leg that's not being activated, extend that, and just have it on the floor. And that gives you a little bit of leverage. If that's still challenging, just continue to bring your heel a little bit closer to you, and that should help you a little bit more. Okay, so let's do 6 on each leg for those. We'll just start off here. Make sure you have the chair behind you. You don't want to sit too far on the edge and miss it. And once you're comfortable, if you're able to, you could just do it on one leg. Then we'll switch once you've done 6. Yep, of course, my right leg is a little bit more dependable. But yeah, if you folks are ever in the San Luis Obispo area, you're not in a hurry, you have like an extra hour or 2 to spare, it's about 25 minutes away from San Luis Obispo towards PCH, which is right by Morro Bay. And even if you go there, and if you decide to camp for some reason, it's worthwhile because there's a lot of things to see there too. We're gonna do our heel raises, okay? So just here, give me 20 heel raises. So yeah, so there's Morro Bay. If you drive north from Morro Bay on Highway 1, you run into Cambria, which is really pretty out there. I'll have to stay there one day. I know one of my close friends, she goes there. Well, she got married there, but she goes there for her, she went there for her anniversary. She goes there for her anniversary every year. Um, and then just north of Cambria is Hearst Castle, which is this awesome structure and just a ton of things to see there. A lot of history, a lot of wild animals just roaming around. There's a beach there with like a bunch of sea lions that go there and just breed and feel like you're at SeaWorld there. And then if you continue north, there's Big Sur, and I mean that's where I got engaged in Big Sur. Really special place for us, my wife and I. But yeah, it's really beautiful. And if you just continue a little bit more, you end up at Carmel by the Sea and Monterey Bay. And yeah, I can't say enough nice things about that area of our state. So Central California is really pretty. Um, I'm actually really glad that people don't go out of their way to go explore it too much because I would hate to see that place really congested with traffic and stuff. But yeah, it's just out of the way that unless you really appreciate like the, let's go ahead and do our ABC. So elevate your right ankle and then ABCs. But yeah, it's just you have to go out of your way to really explore that area of the state. It's almost like the redwoods up on the north coast of California, like way out there. But it's I've only been there once because that's a lot harder to get to. Um, if you're gonna go see the redwoods, like you either my friends are going there for their anniversary this year, and I think they're flying out of the Hawthorne Airport, um, and they're flying into Crescent City. Switch once you're ready, and yeah, they're spending their anniversary there. So if you don't fly into Crescent City, um, and you fly into San Francisco or Sacramento, you still have about a 5 or 6 hour drive um, to get to the Redwoods. So yeah, and if you drive from here, you're looking at a 10, 11, 12 hour drive. And we're still in California. So it's yeah, so some of the prettiest places are very, very far away. Cool. Let's take our shoes off. Okay. The shoes are off. And then we're just gonna grip, claw at the floor. So don't move your heels, but claw with your toes at the floor. And we're just working on our arches here. I have about another 20 minutes of this class. We'll take a quick little 2 minute break right now for water, potty break, whatever you need. All right, so let's take a 2 minute break and grab a foam roller or a broomstick. We'll do our shoulder stretches when we come back. But yeah, let's do 2 minutes and we'll get back started. Grab some water. I'll lock some doors. The gator's left open, so. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and do our shoulders. So if you have your broomstick, your foam roller, go ahead and do that. So I've got mine here. All right, for everyone's back, we'll start off gently, just side to side. And just a reminder, you folks won't get dropped from the class since you guys already logged in, which I appreciate you for. But yeah, just so we have activity going on within our class, let's go up. And just so activity or login numbers or hours don't look rough on your end, whenever you miss, if you could just watch the recordings or let them play, it just shows that there's more activity going on in our course. So yeah, but obviously if you're in here, you don't have to do anything extra since you're already watching the class and you're already about 50 minutes into it. So let's go here. So try not to rotate your shoulder. Yeah, just in case you do miss. Yeah, again, these classes, most of our online classes, if not all, get funded with attendance. So it's kind of how we take care of our attendance here. Here and then just up. All right, left side and then come up. 2, 3. Do 10 of these. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, let's go diagonally, 30 degrees. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And let's go 60 degrees. Remember, we're just trying to get as much range of motion. Oh, and that's the angle where my shoulder starts popping. No pain, but it just pops. And then forward. And then towards the back. Right side. 10. Thirty degrees. $60. $90, right in front of you. Right towards the back. Right behind the back. So just here and then go up and down. Right now we're here, and then let's bring them back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and okay, we put that away. Okay. All right, so let's transition to the floor. So the remaining stretches will be on the floor. So just a heads up. Remember, no class on Monday. I always have some folks that log in and email me. But yeah, just a reminder, no class on Monday. I could put a recording if anyone would like, just so we're consistent with some stuff, so. All right, so let me drop this a little bit more. Everyone could see. So. We're gonna be on our fours. In here, on our fours. Wrist right below your shoulders, knees right below your hips. Then you're gonna arch up. Inhale and then exhale, bring your belly down. So let's do 8 of these. Keep your head down. 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, from here, let's kind of just shuffle with our to our left side. Your knees don't move, just your hands. Once you're there, march up and bring your glutes back to your heels and stay there for about 30 seconds. Reset. Come to the right side. Again, arch up. Bring your glutes back. Very good. All right, we're gonna do it slightly different now. So we're gonna be here, and what I want you to do, same position, is your right hand's gonna come through, and you're gonna go ahead and drop all the way down to your shoulders, making contact with the floor, and you're resting your head, and again, just kind of hanging out here for about 30 seconds. Switch. Now, your left hand, your arm goes through. And your shoulder drops, your head drops. Good. Just drop down on your belly. Okay, so just belly, and then you're resting on your elbows here. A light stretch on your lower back. Just hanging out here on your elbows. And let's put your hands where your elbows are. And push up, extend. And just hold. Only a couple more stretches and we are done for today. Okay, so we're gonna be kneeling here. Okay, kneeling, and then your right leg comes out. And I want you to lean forward, okay? So support yourself with your hands. Should feel a nice stretch running down your inner thigh. Up, turn your torso towards your leg, and then lean forward or lean towards it. And now left leg comes out to your side and lean forward. Upright, turn to your torso, lean forward. Lean towards it. Alrighty. Okay. And then let's just go one more little extra credit one. Just deep squat right here. Just drop down. Nice intro session, day one. And then we'll try to incorporate a couple more floor things on the next session. So let me know if you guys like the videos and if you like starting the class with the video, or if you're just ready to go and you're like, skip the video and let's just start stretching. I'm all for it. So either one works for me. So let me know in the chat how you guys feel about them. And then try to separate your knees with your elbows. And then I just kind of drop my knees left to right a little bit. Just work on those inner groin muscle tendons. Awesome. Very good. Go ahead and put that away. Alrighty. Any questions before we head out? And this recording.